All right, guys, out mowing today. Got some things that I wanted to talk about on this video, and just I guess some tips for you guys that are starting a business, or man, maybe you're still battling with it, kind of like I am a couple years into this thing. It's a mental blocks in your business, it's a thing that I have in my mind that I just automatically go lean towards the side of doubt when I'm giving a price to somebody, or trying to, I guess, make a sale, I guess you could say. Sometimes, man, people will surprise you, and you know, I will say this: if you're watching a lot of videos on, you know, let's say lawn care, some of these bigger businesses, some of these big YouTube channels, Florida Turf Pros, Mike Andy's, Brian's Lawn Maintenance, a lot of the tips and a lot of the things that they are, you know, telling you and stuff like that are great. But I think one thing that I never put into correlation, I guess, with their videos is the amount of business that they're actually doing versus what you probably are doing. And what I mean by that is there's things that you can do when you got 250 yards that you can't really do when you got 45. You see what I mean? There's just things that you're not gonna be able to, it's not gonna be a big of an impact on you as it is on them. Or if you're the part-time guy like we were up until this year, and you're just limited on time, then, you know, you can do some of those things like raising prices and implementing all these extra little things and little upsells or whatever, right, into each customer, because you will lose some by doing that. And if all you're trying to do is maximize profit and or gain more time, then that's the right method. But there's only a couple options you can do out here without getting new clients and new customers to make more money. And we just had a conversation with that homeowner back there. We just picked them up. This is a new area for us, and man, she come out and wanted to know if we could come once a week. And just from judging, which I guess, you know, is wrong, shouldn't do that, from judging the scenery, nothing again, I'm not saying it looked bad or anything, right? It just didn't seem to be a once a week person, is all I would say. Just didn't think. That's a mental block in my mind, I guess, right? I mean, I just would not think to even ask that question to just anybody, you know. There's a couple yards that I would think, you know, we could ask that question to, but I had to tell her, you know, unfortunately for us, because this is a new area for us and it's farther out, you know, we wouldn't be able to make any money unless we split the whole route back up in half. And I'm afraid all that's going to do for us is create us to either have to drive even more miles, which I know it obviously would be that, but it's, you know, going to take more time and we'd have to have another day. So I'm just not really interested in that. I hope that doesn't make her, you know, go find somebody else in the area, like Augusta's Lawn Care, who is now all of a sudden in this area, brand new. That dude is killing it, y'all. If y'all don't watch Mike Andy's videos, I mean, you can't argue with him. I mean, the dude's killing it, man. Like, selling franchises. They're up here near us now, y'all. They're killing it, man. He has a lot of good tips, a lot of good pointers, a lot of things that we missed in the beginning. I will say, I don't think I found his stuff until a little bit later. But still, he's the guy you want to watch if you're trying to grow a business. I'll put it that way. Everybody that we watch on YouTube, we appreciate everybody because it takes a lot of work, but I watch different people for different things and different reasons, because you get, you know, different tips and different things from each video, right? So, but when I talk about like the mental block, you know, just the, I don't know, it's not really negativity. It's just your assumption that somebody wouldn't pay that or somebody wouldn't do that. You know, it's hard for me to get out of that mindset of thinking that they called you and reached out to you because they can't do it or don't want to do it. So at that point, they've already flipped the switch in their brain that they're ready to pay somebody to do it. And now you just kind of got to figure out, you know, if y'all could be a good match. Just don't be scared to price it, you know. We're fixing to start all over with that, with the pressure washing business kicking off. Hopefully we start gaining some traction there. I think we're really close to being able to start pumping out some leads and stuff through ads for that business. So hopefully the phone starts ringing. But you know, me and Cody's been doing a couple jobs here and there, and we were on a job the other day, and Cody's like, let's just see, you know, let's see how much a driveway like this would have cost us, or what we would charge if we go off the same price per square foot, you know, that we've been doing. And I say, guys, I would encourage you to know kind of where you're at in your business, what your numbers. Most of the time now, me and Cody just can pull up and, you know, I'm not really measuring anything. I did do that a lot in the beginning, but I don't really do that too much anymore. For the most part, we can look at a yard and just, yeah, you know, throw a number out. Most of the time we're to the good, I'd say.
Most of the time.
You know, every once in a while.
This year we've had more to the good than
ever before.
Year. Yeah.
I don't know why. But anyways, you know, we got a minimum, right? So we'll track yards. Now that the growing season's really upon us, right? We'll track and make sure we're at least at our minimum, and we want to have some consistency there. We want to be within reason and understanding that, you know, there's a couple different things at a certain different time that might make the numbers be off, you know. But as long as there's some kind of regular, you know, within reason, I guess. But back to my point of mental blocks and pricing. So he got done measuring this driveway, and he came back to me and said, if this was concrete, we'd be at, what was it?
About $930 for 25 cents a square foot.
Yeah, $930. I mean, I'm standing there in my head thinking, there's absolutely no way anybody's gonna pay $930 for this. Ain't happening. Like, that just ain't. And you know, that's and they may not, like, again, we're brand new at that, and that might not be our number. We might find out that that's way too high. We might find out that we can sell 5 out of 10 of them at that price, and that's a pretty good ratio. But I guess the point of it is again, they've reached out to you, and you're going to bid the job. You know, they've already decided that they want the work done. Now it's up to you to go out there and, you know, sell them on it, right? It's a little bit different than door knocking and stuff.